Hello, everybody. Welcome to Cerebral Arcade. I'm Stacy, and today I'm moving you over so I can see you. And today, yeah, I figured this is kind of a bonus extra stream, so I thought it might be fun. There's like a couple different directions we can go with it. I thought it might be fun to just chat for a minute, kind of catch up with everybody, see how everybody's doing. And then, yeah, I kind of wanted to return to Overboard because we streamed it the one time and we got away with murdering our husband. But we sort of got an ending that was like, well, you got away with it, but it could have been better. So I kind of thought it might be fun to see if we can do it again, but better. So, yeah, I see there's a couple of folks out in chat. If you're around, say hello. Just chatting streams are not going to be super fun without just chatting. But in the meantime, I'll kind of get Overboard set up in the background while we're going. Bogus Meat Factory, hello, welcome. Yeah, exactly. Like, we got an ending that suggested there's life insurance we didn't get, so I'm pretty jazzed about that. Yeah, okay, the real truth in the matter is that I've had a very busy week and did not really have time to set up stream before jumping online. So the just chatting is to cover the fact that I still need to like update the game and all of that stuff. Oh, thank you so much, Bogus. No, I understand. Friday's like a stream night for you and you do awesome stuff on Fridays. So depending on if you're still awake and around over on the East Coast when we're done, we'll see. Oh gosh, stop, Baba. That's not what we're after. If you're still waking around, then we'll see about stopping by and saying hello after. Hi, Kinetic. How are you? How's your Friday going? What's happening later? Party time? Yeah, that's right. It's party time. Yeah, we're gonna try streaming some Overboard. So yeah, so Overboard is a really fun game. It's by Inkle Studios, who's done like 80 Days and Heaven's Vault and a bunch of excellent games. Oh, Bogus Meat Factory was in and saying hello, and I was saying that if Bogus is still around streaming, then we'll see about stopping by later. It was good, grab some snacks, otherwise just working so late. Yeah, it's that time of the year for folks in the games industry. It's not late. Well, yeah, I guess that's true. It's actually only 6, but still. But yeah, it is Friday, so I figured we'd also do a little bit of Friday happy hour. So I'm drinking an excellent Merlot. It's pretty normal to go till 7. Yeah, with my like recovering from burnout, I'm kind of trying to leave 7 p.m. days behind me right now if I can. I think one day this week I did work till 7, but in general I'm trying to keep it chill at like a 5:30 or 6 p.m. cutoff. But I recognize that is not a luxury like everybody has, and like you're really busy and in the weeds on stuff. Okay, do all my cool Steam updates and everything. I kind of hate these days that there's an expectation that literally anytime you play a video game you haven't played in just a couple of minutes, like you end up having to do all these updates and everything. Yeah, and so I've been really good about avoiding Twitter and the Twitter discourse, and today was the first time I sort of waded back into that. And yeah, I saw folks are upset with the Game Awards because they are refusing to take a stand against Blizzard harassment. always positive for happiness. Yeah. So yeah, so then I kind of immediately regretted being on Twitter and was sort of like, okay, yeah, that's a thing I need to not be on very much. It's tough though, because like, so it was kind of hard to tell from the statements whether it was a situation of, oh, we don't want to take sides because Blizzard are sponsoring us, or if it's a situation, he kind of suggested that, they didn't want to take away from the devs. And that's a tough position to be in, where I'm like, there's actually a nuance there to just completely condemning Blizzard across the board. Hi, Memex. Oh my gosh, with excellent spelling. Hi, welcome to the stream. They did choose a side. The issue is that, like, when you don't choose a side, you're like inherently choosing the side that is in power. You're choosing the status quo, right? And so yeah, it's rough, right? Like, so where I stand on it is, I think that probably the move would have been to put out a nuanced long form statement, because there's absolutely a way to say, look, we condemn, the bad actors within Blizzard while supporting the workers of Blizzard that are being harmed. And the issue with things like game boycotts and stuff like that is you're hurting both. You're hurting everybody across the board. And so it really sucks as a marginalized person who maybe doesn't have the loudest voice if you get into a situation where nobody wants to play this game that you've spent years working on because somebody abused you within your own studio, and the message is scorch the earth. And so I think it's really important in these situations to listen to what the victims are actually saying they want as support. And they're not saying to call for boycotts of Blizzard across the board. They're not saying like cancel Blizzard. They're saying they want certain tangible changes within their own company, including the replacement of their CEO and all of these things. And so if I'm the Game Awards, probably what I would do is put out a nuanced statement that addresses both of those issues, rather than just kind of being like, oh, I don't know, can't take a side. So yeah, I don't know. It was a little disappointing. I don't think there's a worry of people condemning the world's second largest gaming company and users. Sure, but the issue is that it's not about condemning the company, right? Like, I think we can say, hey, this company has terrible practices. This company has real problems within it. Like, I don't think it's an issue of that. But I do think it kind of sucks if you're like a woman who's been harassed within Blizzard and you're still there and you're, like, you don't necessarily want the whole earth scorched because there were a few bad actors. And I mean, this is also just me. I don't know if it's a media organization. It's supposed to be impartial, and I think it's fair. So I think they should lean into that and stop charging for a spot. Yeah, I mean, so, and by that, I presume you mean talking about the Game Awards. You think they should lean in and just condemn Blizzard across the board? I mean, I think it's perfectly valid to say, like, hey, we condemn harassment at Blizzard and we condemn like everything that's going on there. Like, yeah, I think that's totally reasonable. Yeah, the awards. Okay. And so don't get me wrong, I'm not saying don't condemn Blizzard or don't let any of this come out. That's absolutely not what I'm saying. Absolutely condemn it. Make sure you're condemning, the bad actors, the people involved. But yeah, for things like game boycotts or not giving their games coverage, that's the part that I'm like, I don't know, that's also harming the victims. And that's the point, right? I think, like, at the end of the day, we can sort of all get behind, we want to support victims, right? Like, we want to support the like most vulnerable among those people. And so that's why I'm saying is, like, let's, as a populace, just not jump in on presuming to know what's best for those victims, and let's actually listen to what they're saying. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, I figured, yeah, just chatting. Let's start off with something spicy. No, I mean, if they're media, they can be impartial and say, look, it's not our place to talk about it. Reasonable. Like a newspaper reports, but doesn't or shouldn't editorialize except where mentioned. Um, that is fair, maybe, but I do keep in mind, though, that there was stuff coming out today also about questions about the the sponsorships and the fact that like the board of directors of the Game Awards share people with Blizzard and things like that. So there also were kind of some conflict of interest questions, which I also think is very fair for the public to be raising. Oh, however, they're not a media organization is my point. Yeah. Yeah, whereas in a media organization also you would be disclosing those conflicts of interest, and you probably would not, for example, take money from certain sources. Or at least if you did, you would be very, ideally, very transparent about it. They're a for-profit organization with boards on major studios, exactly. Yeah. They're an advertising agency, which is why I said if they're claiming to be media, they should stop charging so much. Got it. Okay. Yeah, sorry. Uh, yeah, so anyway, for the 10 minutes I was on Twitter today, that was the big conversation. Um, but man, yeah, it's tough too, right? Like I don't want to wade back into some of the conversations from like 2014 that were really toxic, but um, yeah, fan press is not real press, and I think like yeah, games. Um, yeah, I'm trying to be really careful with my words. Um, Game media coverage is glorified advertising, and developers are well aware of it, and many outlets try to hide that, I guess, which is in their interest to do. Uh, but yeah, I think we have to be really careful, and I think it behooves everybody to know like exactly what role they're serving and to kind of be a little more transparent about it, I guess. Hi, Josh. Oh my gosh, it's wonderful to see you. 2014. Wow, has it been that long already? Yeah, it's been, yeah. Yep. There's press and there are media hype empires. Like Fox is advertising for the conservative media empire and political organization, not a true media organization. Yeah, it gets so blurry, right? Like it gets awfully blurry. I don't know. I do kind of feel like for me personally, um, seeing how games press operates has made me very uh, skeptical, I think, of how mainstream media outlets operate too. So I do think like Fox, they're claiming no need to weigh in, only when convenient to do so. Yeah, that does seem to be the thing, doesn't it? And I mean, I guess at the end of the day, like everybody's business is, you know, has their own interests and agendas and things. But I think it's rightfully fair to criticize them for discrepancies and incongruities and the positions that they are actually taking. Hi, Jeffrey. Happy Friday. Cheers. Welcome. How's your Friday going? Swell Mel, hello, welcome. Yeah, Swell Mel, how's your Friday going? We were just talking about the Game Awards and taking sides in arguments and nuance. You should grab some wine. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't mean to should on you, but yes, it would be lovely if you grab some wine, but no pressure. Um, Jeffrey says, just finished work and chores, now to figure out dinner. Awesome. Uh, Yeah, I have a lot of chores to do. That's what that pause was. That was me going, oh, yeah, chores are a thing. I'm gonna have to do a lot of chores tomorrow. My week has been very work centric, and when I have weeks like that, chores are one of the first things to go. For me, though, they really are often like true self care, though. I feel better when my house is clean and, I have good meals prepped and things like that. But yeah, when work gets busy, a lot of times those are some of the first to go. Chores are for later. Now is rest time. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. I don't know. Yay for chores. Kinetic, you do seem like a person who likes chores. I really admire that about you, though. You're constantly on the move and, um, like, always doing stuff and being productive. And it's awesome. That's what I aspire to be. It's not a place I'm terribly in a position to be right now. Things put in their places is good for the soul. Yeah, and that's what I mean. I really do just feel better when all of that stuff is done. My problem though is I think I have too many things on my plate for how many hours there are in the day. And it is definitely time to start eschewing commitments and outsourcing some of the some of the tasks that I have on my plate. It's easy having someone install a speed style bomb in your head so you can't ever go below 20 miles per hour. Yeah, like so in your head, uh so okay, we're gonna talk about that in 1 second. So Mel says I organized a pantry cabinet yesterday that was getting very cluttered and catching all kinds of random things. Such a small thing, but it honestly felt amazing. Oh my gosh, that feels so good for my like yeah, that feels so good. I got really into the home edit earlier in the pandemic, and God, it was like Marie Kondo style organization porn, and it was so good for the soul. And I really need to do some of that stuff in my own house because the kinds of just feelings of completion and productivity that I get from completing household things and organizing my space is such high bang for buck. But it's also something that I am so resistant to actually doing. Like, I don't know if that's an ADHD thing or just, I don't know, the payoff's not instant enough or whatever, but yeah, I I really want to do some stuff like that around the house a little bit. I think maybe tomorrow. I mean, I guess that's ultimately the problem, right? Is I don't want to actually clean. I just want things to be clean. So definitely a distinction there. So kinetic, having someone install a speed style bomb in your head so you can't go below 20 miles per hour. I would just like to point out that I think that's actually kind of how I felt after the PhD. Life is about process, not result. I know, kinetic, you're right. You are right. So the act of cleaning is what's good for you. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. It is. Jeffrey says, I found my struggle is that I want to get rid of stuff, but I don't want to throw stuff in the trash. And figuring out what can be donated, recycled, reused is too much effort. Yeah. Yeah, I think the ideal for me in that case, because I kind of share that with you, Jeffrey, the ideal for me in that case is if I could just organize all the stuff I want to get rid of into a pile and then leave the room and somebody else would come in and take that stuff and do their best in terms of recycling and selling and all of that, but I didn't have to actually throw it away. I think that would be ideal for me in terms of, yeah, things actually getting rid of. I need a person for that. Yeah. That's a real struggle. I pull off the band-aid that own person space is worth, and I'll be a better planetary citizen overall if I'm not wrapped in crap I don't want. So it's a trade-off, but I do try to give away first. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that so deeply. Yeah, man. Yeah, the struggle's real because I do kind of hear you, Kinetic, where there is a part of me also that feels some sort of penance or something where I'm like, I I feel like I need to be the person that throws this away because then it becomes too easy to just be wrapped up in a cycle of acquiring things and getting rid of them, which, like, ultimately, I would love to just be in a place where I'm not acquiring things. So there is a part of me that feels like the process of getting rid of stuff is like some kind of penance or some sort of like punishment for me having acquired it in the first place. Um, but I don't know if that is ultimately helpful or anything. I don't know. I don't feel that way about cleaning. Cleaning, I'm like, no, there are just, there's just dust in the air and there's just mess that happens, right? Like grime on the tub or whatever. Like I don't feel like anything I could do would make there be less dust in my house or anything. I just want it gone, right? Um See, and that's what I want to believe, Mel. I want to believe that it gives some accountability. But again, this is what I mean is like I'm not really sure how true that actually is. So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I'm gonna be just like starting up Overboard in the background. So I'll just have a little bit of ocean noise. I could help. I'll slowly steal one thing at random from your house. Yeah, Kinetic, if you could, just come over and start stealing things one at a time. That would be great. Unless you get rid of something before each visit. That's brilliant, actually. That's actually really brilliant. Start with your shirt. You're never getting that shirt back. That's just not happening. I should have worn it on stream. That would have been like the ultimate thing. That would be great. I don't know. I could throw it on over this one. Am I holding a shirt ransom? Jeffrey, I absolutely am. Yes. Yes, that is absolutely happening. An amazing shirt. Well, yeah, the fact that it's like your favorite shirt, it increases the value that I found at the thrift store. Yeah, I'll post a picture on Instagram of me in Kinetic's shirt. Kinetic has this fantastic, used to have this fantastic long sleeve, like black, that sort of waffle material, super comfy shirt with a giant picture of a Shy Guy on the front, like huge, huge Shy Guy, and from Mario. And it's soft and big and comfortable, so it's perfect, you know, partner stealing material for sure. Who would have ever given away a Shy Guy shirt? I know, a fool. And I'm really glad that you got it. A monster. But yeah, I feel like there are certain shirts that just make like excellent shirts to steal from your partner. One of them is like, yeah, the big, giant, soft, comfy ones. If they have a favorite band and they have a really old shirt from that band, that's also excellent, like stealing material. I'm actually really surprised. I'm getting zero pushback on this from chat. Y'all either also steal shirts from your partners or have had shirts stolen and are very bitter about it. That's my guess. I've made my feelings clear. So I was like, yeah, no, that sounds right. Yeah, exactly. Okay, I am gonna switch us over to some Overboard and we can continue this conversation while we're trying to get away with murder. Let's see if it'll actually detect. And I can't remember if this screen position was good for see if I have to. Oh, there we go. And if not, I can move myself somewhere else on screen. As I recall, one of my complaints about this game is that it's an indie game that does not have a convenient spot on the screen that's like empty screen real estate. So if I need to, I can shrink the game down and put it off to the side. Jeffrey says I tend to be the same size as my partner, so it's more like, oh, it fits. Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah. Um yeah, what's funny is I think I've gotten a little bit smaller since I initially stole the shirt, which has just made the shirt better and better as time has gone on. Because I think when I initially stole it, it was like a little bit big and soft and comfy, and now it's very big and soft and comfy, and that's just excellent. Okay, so returning to Overboard. The last time we played this game, we had to play through it a couple of times. The first time we played, we did not get away with murdering our husband. We murdered him and then did not get our story straight about leaving an earring up on the deck when we pushed him overboard. So so we got caught. The second time we went through, we we got a little bit more information about the affair he was having, and it seemed like there were still some loose ends there that we absolutely could find out more information about that. We also, the first time we played, we made an enemy of the woman with the very cute fur shawl, and and she kind of did us in. And the second time we played, we were a little bit nicer to her. We did go and have drinks with her, and and all was fine. The Colonel fellow was a problem. Yeah, he absolutely was a problem. And so this time around, our goals are to. So we convinced his lover that it was a suicide. But by convincing her that it was a suicide, we did not get to collect the insurance money. And we had the big reveal that us and Mr. Anders are romantically involved, actually. So this time, let's try to go through and we have to basically, it seems, we have to basically frame someone else for the murder in order to get away with it and collect the insurance money. So, so reasonable candidates to blame, the most obvious one seems to be his other girlfriend. But if anyone else jumps out during this playthrough as somebody that we can maybe blame the murder on, that would be excellent to know. So keep your eyes peeled, chat. Sharks in the water. Businessman Malcolm Villenzy said to be in hot water as debtors begin to circle. Mr. Villenzy is rumored to have lost thousands in a string of poor investments, and big donations to Mosley's fascists haven't helped. And then there was the curious fire that destroyed the estate that the insurers would not pay. Look out, Mr. Villenzy, your wife didn't marry you for your looks. Close friends say Veronica is absolutely kettle-steaming furious.
We stood together at the rail, Malcolm and I. I told him I could see dolphins playing in the wake of the boat. He leant over to see them.
Yeah, that was super interesting too, that But the text did not align with what was going there.
The belt.
So I grabbed him by the belt, and I swear he pouted at me. And you're gone.
And I threw him overboard.
Okay. So, so we have some objectives here. What was that? Red key. Good morning, Mr. and Mrs. Villensey. And I love this too. We talked about this a little bit in the last stream, but I love its options to highlight choices we've already made. And there is like now a fast forward and like all of that. It's kind of a great way to get through multiple playthroughs. So, chat, I'm gonna have y'all be kind of on top of things if you can, and I'll be a little slow to make decisions, so if you want me to make a particular decision, jump in quickly. And I do think there are also channel redeems. If you really insist that I make your choice, I will do that. Okay, so who's there? Come in or don't come in. And I think the first time we played, we chose who's there because we felt like come in would be obvious that our husband is not there. Don't come in seems really like suspicious. It seems really sus. But we could try one of the other options just to see what happens. Kind of depends how y'all are feeling. Come in. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Captain says we put into Liberty Island at 4 p.m. Your husband is up already, is he? Yeah, so he noticed right away. His husband is here. Or our husband is not in the room with us. Okay. Of course, I don't know, or he's taking a bath. I mean, I guess we have to say... I don't know seems like a weird thing to say. If we say of course, it seems like that would be a reasonable way to sort of cover the lie, but if he goes looking for him or something, that puts us in a really rough position. Or we could say he's taking a bath, but this is kind of rough because of the abstract representation of these two characters. I don't know if he can see the bathroom doors open or anything like that. We're framing someone. We need to not know. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's a great point, Jeffrey. Okay, yeah, let's go with I don't know. Okay, we can backtrack at this point, which is super sus. We can say, have you seen him? Or we can say, never mind, go away. I think Jeffrey's suggestion that like, oh, yeah, let's lean into framing someone. We don't know where he is. Have you seen him seems like a good approach to that. Never mind, go away. It just seems really aggressive. So I'm going to lean into, have you seen him? Please. I don't think he came in last night. Good on us. I have not seen him, ma'am. If I do, I will tell him it is time for breakfast. Okay, so steward believes Malcolm went missing over the night. 8 hours, then you're free. Okay. So we can hop out now and get moving. Each time we've kind of looked around the cabin, and that's been helpful in the past because there was evidence, things like earrings and stuff like that. What are y'all thinking, chat? I'll be sipping my wine. Off topic, flight booked. Oh, yay! Heading to Portland, Seattle, 18th through the 24th. That's awesome, Kinetic. Yeah, look around for the earring. Okay, let's do it. Okay. The bed. Oh yeah, let's scrumple the sheets. Good call. Well, yeah, but we want to seem like we've slept in the bed. Totally empty and dirt cheap first class seats. That's awesome. Okay. All right. And I think at this point, yeah, it would be weird now that we've alerted somebody that our husband went missing overnight. It would be weird for us to hang out in the room too long. So I think maybe let's get up. Let's head to the bathroom, which is where we get the earring, I think. Okay. There's tablets. Sleeping tablets, strong ones. Yeah, we haven't pocketed them. And it does seem like the sort of thing that we could or I thought we did in one of our playthroughs. Maybe not. Maybe we read the label first. We got some framing to do. Let's pocket them. They might be useful later. Okay. Yeah. And one of the earrings is missing. Now, here's a question, chat. What should we do with the other earring? We can pocket it, and last time it let us throw it out the window. But I kind of wonder if maybe, like, so we should start strategizing about how we're going to frame somebody. And it seems like an earring is actually a really useful way to potentially frame somebody. So, yeah, tell me what you think about that, chat. No time to dilly dally. We got some framing to do. So let's pocket the other one and see if we can't plant it on the mistress. I don't remember if there was anything in the desk. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do we want to look at the desk again? Because you're right. If we want to get off in framing, we might want to leave now. Trying to remember when the colonel recognized our earrings from before. So he did. And that was one of the things was somebody, I don't remember which one of them, but somebody recognized and commented on the fact that we had been wearing those earrings yesterday. So I'm wondering if one of the things we could do is maybe to give the earring or like plant the earring on the mistress and then concoct a story that like our earring, you know, our husband gave our earrings to the mistress or something like that. I wish we could rewind choices. Okay, so and it gives us some objectives also to help us kind of reach the next steps. So, so we know there's a key, and we could potentially plant things in Clarissa's cabin, and also getting Lady Armstrong to stay quiet. That actually seems like the sleeping pills might be really helpful. Okay, so maybe let's just head off and try to get the key. Okay, so 2 areas are lit up and flashing. It's the restaurant and the upper deck. Previously, yeah, we saw this guy up on the upper deck. And the key, I think right now, is currently on the bridge. So I kind of... Oh, the ship's bell. They ring this bell when someone goes overboard. Interesting. Is the other earring on the deck? It is, but somebody is there to see us. So the question is, should we risk being seen and going up and getting our earring? We can be there at 9:05. They may already notice our earring. Yeah, they might. If we get into a position where we feel like we're definitely caught, then, not quickly enough. My earring. No, it's not here. Miss Villancy. Damn fine day. What? Okay. What do we say? How do we act normal? I guess we could say it's bracing. I don't see any problems with that. Just standing in the spot brings me to life. Are you up here looking for your diamond by any chance? I found it lying here on deck, like a bellyfish just now. Lucky thing I did, too. Might have flopped back to the sea, look. I'm afraid I only found the one, though. Oh, here's an opportunity, though. We could say, that's not my earring. Or Malcolm would be furious if he knew. What do we think, chat? I think there's a reasonable thing of trying to pawn it off as someone else's earring. But he did remember us wearing it previously, so I don't know how insistent he's gonna be on that. I don't know, chat. You gotta tell me, one way or another. I'm leaning towards saying it's not my earring, and just seeing what he says. Alternatively, can we throw him overboard as well? I think there was an option that was like that, but it might have been like a joke option, and it didn't actually let us. We just kill everybody on board the ship. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna see what it does. That's not my earring, really? I mean, it looks like your earring. I was admiring them only last night, do you remember? Right. And then, so we were able to get away with it previously because this similar scene came up, the first time we played it. This is actually what got us in trouble because we tried to say that's glass, mine are diamond, but the colonel was there and was like, oh no, I know diamonds, that's a diamond. And we actually did that same thing when we saw him up on deck. Like the second time we played, we caught him early, had this conversation early, so the colonel wasn't there, and we got away with it. But if we lean into this angle, I feel like we're opening ourselves up to later it coming out that it is actually a diamond. So this one feels like a riskier option this time if we're trying to blame it on somebody else. So I don't know. Or we can just go with mere coincidence. But if he really remembers them, then that might be hard. It's so hard. I don't know what he's gonna do. Where does may I see lead? Yeah, that's a good question. We can try that. May I see? Of course. Oof, okay. Strong choice. It forces the choice. So I say this is only glass or that it is mine. I say we gotta go with this is only glass, right? Our whole strategy is that we're gonna try to blame it on... Yeah, let's do it. Okay. I mean, really? Seems like a jolly good fake to me. Yeah, I guess say you can keep it. Or drop it overboard? Yeah, you want to drop it overboard? Okay, we'll do it. Should we take a turn around the deck? Yeah, but we're trying to plant evidence though, Mel. So... So let's say... Uh, yeah, I think we could do another time, or we could do it. I'm a little worried about timing this run. So I'm going to say another time. I want to see if we can get the card to see if we can get into the bedroom. Righto. Good day to you. That earring was worth thousands of pounds. Yeah, okay. So do we want to get rid of the other one or move along quickly? I mean, so the other thing is we don't entirely know what is in her room. We know she has letters. We don't know what's in her room. So it's possible that the earrings are the strongest link between us actually killing him, and there might be something else in the room that can implicate her. But I think for now, just in the interest of seeing what happens, let's move along quickly, because we can always throw the other one out the window in our cabin later if we want to. Okay. Okay, so let's see if we can get the key. It's a terrible idea. Masterful Commander Anders is at the wheel. On a hook inside the bridge is a key with a bright red fob. Okay. Can wave to Mr. Anders. Commander, Mrs. Lindsay, come in. The bridge isn't empty. There are a few duty officers about. How are you faring this morning, Mrs. Lindsay? Okay. We can say well enough, anxious to arrive, or better for seeing you. This one is kind of tough because normally I would say let's just flirt with Anders. We know we like him. But with other people around, I'm not sure if that is the best idea. So let's maybe say anxious to arrive. Not really, no. We'll be there soon enough, don't you worry. Have you been up here before? Never, I think. Can I try the wheel, or seems quite boring? I don't know, I kind of want to try the wheel. Sure thing. We could head for Cuba, maybe. It's that way. Yeah, I'm so torn on trying to flirt with him. So there's a part of me that wants to just make this like an exploratory run and see what happens. Serious? Okay. Of course I'm not being serious. It's a skilled job, you can't wing it. Do you know, I was on watch here last night. Oh yes, that's right. It was a quiet night, light breeze, no fog, relatively good visibility. Weather, how fascinating. So I actually kind of want to try the bolder ones here. We know that Anders is theoretically on our side as long as he has a reasonable out. I'm trying to help Veronica. Interesting. Yeah, so this is kind of an interesting turn because this is kind of like an interesting roleplay moment where we can decide whether we want to be like whether we want to take the role of the pants in the relationship or if we want to yeah, demur a little bit. Okay. I think maybe demur since there are other people around. You and your husband like to take the air at night. Do you know you're not the only ones who do that? Lady Armstrong also takes a stroll around that time. Yes, and we know she saw us there. That's very interesting, Mr. Anders. I thought you'd be intrigued. Only Mrs. V. Watch out for that old lady. She's got claws. Now, Mrs. Lindsay, I should perhaps return to my duties. I kind of want to ask about the key. The one with the red tag. That's my passkey. Why? He's casually giving us information. Yeah, he's on our side. We know we're in a secret relationship with him. Yeah, I know. Okay. So, yeah, let's ask if we can borrow it, maybe? I don't know. I'm so torn by the people around. So you can go anywhere you like? Of course. Yeah. Oh, this feels so risky. We need to get the key, but we do know if we get him back to our cabin and we hook up with him, he does go into the bathroom and leave it. So I think that might be our best option, because I feel like asking him to borrow it in front of a bunch of people is not the way to go. I'd go for the second one to let him know that we want it. He might be able to slip it to us later. That's a good point. Yeah, I'm gonna try to take it from him, I guess, when he comes to our cabin. Mrs. Valency, I usually do my rounds between 11 and 12. At about 1:30, I could be near your cabin. Perhaps you might be in. I love that the choice we went in the past was, I'll bring your hat. All right, let's do it. Bring your hat. I like your hat. Of course, ma'am. Okay. Let's go. Most people don't like it up here. Fortunate, really. Good day, Mrs. Valency. Okay, let's go back down. So, where to now? Who is this? I don't know who this person is. Okay, so there's Clarissa here. There's my cabin. And then Lady H might be in her cabins. There's the chapel. Which is really amusing and fun. And then the restaurant should be quiet. Yeah, I'm kind of curious who this is. So, oh, it's Lady H. Excellent. So we want a way to get her to be quiet. That's one of our things. Let's see. Let's go talk to her. I love her little thing so much. This is the cutest thing in this whole game. Veronica dear, are you quite well? You look awful. Ooh, this is an interesting one. So we could tell her our husband is missing, which with our previous strategies has not really worked, but that actually might be a good approach this time around. Because by now, like the porter already knows that our husband went missing overnight, and we haven't really mentioned it to anyone else, so it might seem suspicious. So let's start raising a little bit of a panic. Husbands are terribly unreliable, worse than motor cars, and yet you still have to crank them. Okay. So both of them now believe he went missing overnight. So she was very easily offended. So I think we want to make sure that as we're talking to her, we're very careful not to accidentally offend her. Um, let's maybe say, have you seen him? Me? No, I don't have him squirreled away in my cabin, my dear. We missed you at breakfast here. Everyone was very worried. Worried why, maybe? Clarissa Turpentine was in absolute floods of tears. She looked like a leaking cistern. We thought you might be able to talk some sense into her. There was breakfast. Yeah, the attendant guy told us that breakfast would be ending soon. Interesting. So this feels like an opportunity to start angling things toward her. How very unusual. Yeah, I think crying about what is a little open-ended. But how very unusual starts pointing things at her. I should go and see her, like, yeah, that's fine. But if we're really worried about our husband, yeah, I think I'm leaning toward this one. Precisely my thought, my dear. Toodles, oh look, up there on the bridge. Isn't that the commander? You mean Anders? I should be going, or can he see us down here? Yeah, I think in the past we've chosen You Mean Anders because it is the one that feels the least sketchy out of these answers. But also, she seemed when we chose this previously, she seemed to indicate she knows that that like me and Anders are in a relationship. So, but can he see us down here just feels like such a weird question to ask. And I should be going feels very, yeah, also sketchy. So I don't know. I think I might just pick the same one again. You mean Anders? Oh, you are playing it cool, aren't you? Oh, I do believe he's waving at us. She treats him to a wave of her handkerchief, then turns to smile at me. You rather like him, don't you, dear? Okay. He's very dashing. Please, he's staff, or what do you make of him? Yeah, so my thought process here is, it's possible. I think we tried a little bit to befriend her last time, but she's really difficult to befriend. And there was a part of me that was thinking, well, maybe if we try to come clean about this and we say, like, oh, he's very dashing or something like that, then then when we turn around and deny murdering him, we seem more believable because we admitted to something unseemly earlier. But I don't know if the direction this is going to go is that we're trying to blame our husband's mistress for killing him. I don't want it to seem like, oh, aren't you one to talk? So, yeah, I'm a little torn on this. Yeah, asking what do you make of him feels a little weak. I think I'm going to lean into it maybe and say, yes, he's very dashing. Oh, indeed. Quite a favorite of mine, but you know, dear, not all that glitters is gold, as they say. Okay. Does Lady H know something about Anders? So we can just ask, what does that mean? But again, she's so quick to shut down that I really think you don't trust him still is probably the best answer here. Oh, I would trust him. Maybe not to sail a boat, though. Right. And this one, yeah. Again, I'm like, oh, we can directly oppose her, or like, yeah, this one just feels like shutting her down completely. So, I guess leaning into the one we decided before. He has a secret. And yeah, I think asking what kind of secret. a rather awkward one. Lucky for him, I'm terribly discreet. Yeah, I like, what's the secret? Oh, I can't resist that. He's rather young, don't you think? To be a full commander, I mean. She pulls a string of rosary beads from her pocket as she strides away. Okay, so she doesn't think he got his position through regular means. Okay. So we can wait by the rail or go below. So one ending that I am curious about, I do kind of want to try a suicide ending at some point during this stream. Not right now because we're like into this run, but at some point I do want to try that. Okay. I'm doomed, surely I'm doomed. Funny. Okay. So, Canteen and Held. Thank you so much for the gift subs. Oh my gosh. Welcome, great to see you. And yeah, thank you so much. And yeah, if you just got a gift sub, make sure you reach out and say thank you. Yeah, I really do need to get some emotes for the channel. I'm sorry, I have really been slacking on getting those situated. But yeah, so that we can have cool hype emotes and things like that. Soon, I promise. Even I'll put some stand-in ones, even if they're not professionally done just yet. Just so we at least have a little something. Progress, not perfection, right? That's my motto that I'm trying to internalize right now. Okay, so the question is, do we want to go talk to the mistress yet? So I think we can try. Oh, but we'll be there at 11:15. We'll miss our affair with Anders, I think, if we do that. So yeah, or we can head straight to the thing. So yeah, let's go have a little fun in our room. Yeah, we can't miss Anders. Exactly. Okay. So now would be a great time actually for us to check the desk. Cast iron paperweight in the shape of a dolphin. Right. I forgot how much she hates dolphins. I don't understand why. God knows I hate dolphins. It's such a good writing detail. I really appreciate that they added that. Okay. So yeah, we looked at the paperweight before. We can pick the paperweight up. And that's another thing potentially that we could maybe plant on Clarissa. This thing is horribly heavy. It's like they don't want anyone to steal it. Who would want to steal this horrible thing? I love it so much. I love this dolphin paperweight. Okay. We can steal it anyway, or put it down, or get rid of it. Yeah, let's steal it anyway. Oh no, I don't want to like put it in my suitcase. I stole the metal dolphin. I didn't actually want to steal it though. I guess it did tell me it was too heavy. Okay. So, do we want to say come in, or do we want to be lounging on the chaise, or do we want to be lying on the bed? Was the metal dolphin not ours? Well, it's our husband's. So yeah, there's no reason. Like, I don't think it's gonna implicate us in anything. But yeah, I wanted to plant it somewhere, but I guess it's too heavy for us to just be carrying around. Women's clothes never have pockets. This is the problem, or at least not big ones. Okay, but how are we gonna look when Anders comes in? Chat, this is very important. Yeah, I also vote for lounge, Mel. Okay. You've got a key. Don't make me get up. I do. Anders has taken the passkey from the bridge. He puts it down on the desk. Okay. Come sit beside me, close the door, or you wanted to see me. Yeah, I think maybe, I don't know. I mean, I would presume he will close the door, but if he doesn't, I guess it's good to say out loud. Okay. I wish I knew more about what this was gonna say. But I guess come sit beside me is fine. I feel as nervous as a schoolboy. Oh man, you're here for an exam? Giggity. Alright, let's do it. A very thorough and exacting exam. Oh, I'm fully prepared. Anders tosses me onto the bed and starts to undo my buttons. I love the like saxophone comes in. I really love this. In terms of like sex scenes in games, this is like one of my favorite. This is hilarious. So for me, it's all about like the symbolic representation of everything, right? Like it's so it's like taking the idea from film of the cutaway and just like turning it up to 11. It's just, I don't know, I love it. Just everything about it, with like the one grunt and then like the angel singing, just everything about it is fantastic. Okay. All right, so he gets up. Um and yeah, I don't want to be like, so that's it. That's terrible to say. Um we can say I'll see you again, I hope. Count on it. Excellent. He smiles, gets to his feet, and heads to the bathroom. His passkey is still on the desk. Yeah, and I love the previous times we've done this. I realize we have not done a playthrough yet where we don't romance Anders in the middle of the day. Hi, Brandito. If you're just arriving, you have just missed us having a romantic tryst. Oh, yay! Thank you so much for the coffee. Oh, that means so much to me. Yeah, so um yeah, bits and subs and everything are completely amazing, but Twitch does take half of the cut of that, whereas coffee goes directly to me. So I do really appreciate that. Um so okay. Yeah, so Brandito, you just missed us having a nice romantic time with Captain Anders. And now we're trying to steal his key. So I love that each time we've done this, he's also been like singing off in the bathroom. And just like the lovely visual of like both of us just singing to ourselves after our lovely romance in the middle of the day. So let's go ahead and get up out of bed. And I would get up, but the fact is I can't move. I've been pinned like a butterfly to a board. I can hear water running in the bathroom. Okay, let's tidy my hair for sure. I love past us that decided to cuddle a pillow in this moment. But yes, let's get up out of bed. From the sound, I think Anders is brushing his teeth with Malcolm's toothbrush. That is so gross. Let's grab his key. Have we had a successful run yet? So the last time we played this, we had a run where we successfully convinced everybody that he had committed suicide. But the reveal from that run was that we are actually in a longer term relationship. Oh, you guys, thank you so much for the coffees. I really appreciate that. It really means a lot. Uh, Directly to Stacy. Thank you so much. Um, yeah. So, yeah, Past Us had a great time. Past Us absolutely did. So, oh, sorry, Brenditos. Yeah, so we had a run where we convinced everybody it was a suicide, but we found out that we were in a relationship with Anders, and if it's a suicide, we don't get any of his insurance money. So we have to actually blame it on somebody. And so this run, we're trying to blame it on somebody. So our current strategy is to try to blame it on his mistress. And to do that, we need to grab Anders' key, which we're about to do. Okay, we got the pass key. And so even though this is not green, I think we tried to do that on a previous run after reading the tag, and he just like reached under the pillow and grabbed it. So let's make a run for it this time. Since we know we're in a relationship with him, he's not gonna hopefully take offense to it. But I'm nothing like fast enough. Anders returns. Going somewhere? Okay, and yeah, so the writing on this is so excellent, and I mean, all writing for Inkle games is fantastic, but I do really want to call out, in this game in particular, they keep the phrases short enough and ambiguous enough that saying, for example, I'm nowhere near fast enough, and then Anders returns and says going somewhere. And if we as the player don't know that he's in on it with us, it seems like he's really suspicious of us. But if we do know that he's in on it, like, this is a moment when we can just say, yeah, you look great, I gotta go, I've got stuff to do. Yeah, Canteen and Held, it's probably really late there. So let's just say you look perfect, dear, and go for it. Okay, he plucks the tag from my hands, salutes, and out he goes. Okay, so he stole it from us. Yeah, that's a bummer. What is this? Is this a rewind button? We can restart the scene, but we can only rewind once per scene. Yeah, let's do it. Can we do something different? We can totally try. Okay, so let's rewind the scene. The sex scene. We just really want to watch it over and over again. Okay, question. Do we want to steal the dolphin again? I don't really see any reason to steal it or not to. What an ugly thing. What is this game about? We have murdered our husband, and our mistress, the male version of that, our person that we have been cheating on our husband with, is the captain of the ship, allegedly. That's right. We've allegedly murdered our husband, and we're trying to get away with it. So, okay. So, yeah, there's this paperweight. Do we want to steal it, chat? What do you, like, I don't, I feel like, I don't see a reason not to steal it, but it doesn't seem like we can take it with us. So that does sort of, like, yeah, I don't really see a reason to steal it or not. So I say, yeah, maybe something else. There's a knock at the door. It's Anders. I like us lounging on the chaise. Got the key. Don't make me get up. I do. Okay. So Anders has the key. He hangs it on the nose of the dolphin paperweight on the desk. Cute. Can you smash your lover man on the head with it to buy yourself more time with his key? Brendito, that's terrible, but maybe. So yeah, I'm kind of for that strategy, but also he did see us on deck murdering our husband and he's totally in on everything, so I kind of don't want to piss him off. Not our Anders. Mel. Mel, I'm kind of with you. Like we love Anders. We don't want to smash him on the head. Unless we absolutely have to. Then, you know, whatever. Our name is Villaincy for a reason. Okay. If he's in on it, why doesn't he give you the key? That's an excellent question, Brendito, and I don't have a good answer for you. Okay. Come sit beside me. Yeah. Sorry, Jeffrey. Yeah. Have we gotten the key at all before? Yes, we have here. I'll allow that. Have we gotten the key at all before? No, actually we haven't. Sorry. Okay. I feel as nervous as a schoolboy. Love is just a weak feeling. Kill him. Oh my gosh, Cantina Held. You guys are terrible. I wonder what the I wanted to ask you something gets us, though. We know what you're here for an exam will do. I wanted to ask you something. Anything. Anything, he says. Okay. Now here's an interesting proposition. We're in a better leverage position before a romantic affair. And maybe the direct approach is to ask him for the key and then go ahead and do our business. So, yes. Okay, let's try it. Direct approach. So you can drop in on another man? Oh, he's jealous. No, Veronica, I won't. Okay, why? Trust. All right. Guilt is always the way. Kinetic. Man, I'm learning so much about chat today. My advice, Mrs. Valency, look after yourself. That way people will stick by you. Jeez. I want to trust you, Anders. Learned from the best. What does that mean, kinetic? I will fight you. I want to trust you, Anders. I want to. So suit yourself, Veronica. Take what you want. Okay, well, I was starting to worry that we were not going to get our romantic tryst, so I think You'd Better Kiss Me Now is the only correct solution to this. Let's go for it. Priorities, Jeffrey. Well, I'm curious because it seems like we have a real opportunity when he is in the bathroom. I absolutely love all of that. And then he puts his hat back on. Commander Anders took the helm. I don't think I've ever noticed that before. That's amazing. Okay. All right. I have a crush on that blue-haired murder woman. Kappa bought Stacy a coffee. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, I still kind of don't want to say, so that's it. I'll see you again, I hope. Maybe. So we know with wait, he'll he'll end up going to the bathroom, but it seemed like it was really difficult to actually get the key that way. I don't know, chat. What are y'all thinking? I don't want to insult his manhood, but I do want him to give us the key. That's a wait. Okay. Okay. Let's do the wait. Don't just go. I want to talk to you. Yes. Okay, actually, so that's interesting. We're getting different options this time with the wait. Um, yeah, find a sturdy door, undo the hinges, and sink the ship. Seems like the only way to ensure no witnesses. Brandito, yeah, that's a good point. Like, I don't know if you've seen the diagrams, but, we would both fit on that door. Gotta get that key, right? So do we ask about the key, do you think? Or do we say, so that's it? I don't think we do that. The direct approach really does not seem like it's helping. Ask again. Okay, we'll try. Where's the key? So the key is currently hanging on a dolphin on the desk. Your passkey, Anders. Could you lend it to me just for a little while? I don't think that's a good idea. It's more than my job is worth to give that to a passenger, even one as charming as you. He gets to his feet and heads to the bathroom to wash his face. Maybe we do need to steal the dolphin. So... yeah, let's try to go for it, I guess. Okay, I guess that's not the approach. I remember hanging forever didn't work. It did not. Let's get out of bed. Yeah, okay. Yes, we are all on the thing. I feel like we could probably... This feels like the point. Need a classic adventure game swap. Did you pick the duff and the red tape before so you can make a dolphin? He doesn't seem that invested in our relationship. I agree, Brandito, and I'm ready to break from Anders at this point, because if he really were invested in this scheme, I feel like he would be helping us. So this feels like the choice, though. In the past, we've always chosen tidy our hair because it would be really obvious. Kill him on principle alone. Brandito, you're just an agent of chaos. I don't want to kill Anders. But he's objectively not helping us very much. But I feel like this is the choice, right? Do we tidy our hair? Or it feels like if we get up now, we probably can get to the key. So, you're with Brandito. Kill it with fire. All right, let's just go. Yeah, let's grab his passkey. Okay. Let's run for it. We're like one step earlier than we were previously. Oh, no. We didn't do it. I don't know. We have it in our pocket now. You look perfect. I don't know. What do you guys think? We can try. You look perfect. Good show. He plucks the key from my hand and goes. Okay. Yeah, I do not know how to get the key. Push him into the cold deep. I like how Psy has a different meaning this time. I know. Psys are so ambiguous. They are excellent for any sort of repetitive content or any kind of yeah, like procedural content where you're going to see things multiple times in multiple contexts. They're very good for that because size can mean so many things. Okay. That's my big sigh. Right. Let's go ahead and leave, I guess. There's still time. Okay, so this feels like a big choice. We can go see Lady H again, or we can head straight to Clarissa. I think let's head to Clarissa and see if we can, one, get some more information from her, and two, see if we can plant something on her to blame her for the murder. Unless chat feels really strongly that we should go do something else. And Anders is back up on the bridge. Yeah. So that is another thing. We just keep following Anders around. I like the jazzy map menu stuff. Yeah, I mean, I guess we can head for Clarissa. We'll be there at 12:15. All right, sobbing coming from the cabin. I think we head to Clarissa's door. And we can knock, listen, or step away, but, so knocking, I feel like we had mixed results with knocking. We can also listen. Maybe let's listen and see what she's doing. Sobbing. Is the goal to not be the traitor until the ship arrives? So the goal is we have killed our husband. Some people know he's missing. We are trying to not be blamed for it. We're trying to get away with it. And he has a mistress that this particular run, we're trying to blame the mistress for murdering him. And yeah, when the ship arrives, they're going to accuse somebody. So we want it to not be us. And last time we were able to convince them that it was a suicide, that he had killed himself. But this time we want to blame somebody else because we get more money that way. Ripping something up, more sobbing. She's in there, all right. All right, so we know she had some letters, and she is apparently ripping them, so I think we should knock on the door. Go away. Right, so in the past, again, like, this is so hard, because I know one of the times I think we got in, and one of the times we didn't, so, and I don't remember which was which, or which we did. But we could kind of like threaten her and say, you're gonna want to talk to me. Yeah, I feel like this might be hard if English is a second language because the writing has a lot of nuanced and implication in it as well. So some of the things are not just what the words are and what they're saying, but it's also how people might think of you if you say that in that particular way. So, like, you're going to want to talk to me. That's, like, this game leans so much on the ambiguity of language in the choices, where as a player, I'm playing this and saying, oh, this choice could be taken this way and could also be taken this other way, and I don't know how the person's going to take it. So it adds a lot of drama each time I'm trying to make a choice, because you're going to want to talk to me. That could be very aggressive. That could be like, you're going to want to talk to me. But also, it's also kind of suggesting, oh, I have information you don't have. So it's really weird. Kinetic says it's also kind of interesting writing as it's basically old timey, but not in actuality, but how we think it should be. Yeah, that's really true too. Because yeah, a lot of it, the newspapers feel very old timey. Oh, Sondheim was talking about this on NPR. Yeah, I'll cheers to Sondheim. Sad to see him go. Okay. I think, and same with Clarissa Let Me In. It's very familiar and it's very, yeah, a little bit aggressive. So I think you're gonna want to talk to me. Let's try that one. See, and she's immediately like, "Are you threatening me? You witch. I never want to see you again. I know what you did to him. I know." Uh, so we know she's crying about Malcolm. Uh, yeah, and then I guess this is the question because we have told a couple people that he's missing, and uh, and we could carry that charade on with her. Oh my gosh, I didn't mean to click that. Oh no. Okay, well I hope this goes well. I guess we can replay it if not. Where is he? Oh my god, Veronica, you really don't know. Okay, and we're still on opposite sides of the door, right? So I think we can't talk like this is reasonable, but also asking her, what did you see, is also reasonable. I don't want you telling lies feels very aggressive. Let's play into it. Okay. So, yeah, let's maybe say we can't talk like this. Okay. What did you see? How long do I stream? Usually a couple of hours. So I'm probably going to be stopping in 30 minutes or so. But I definitely want to get through this and see what we can see. Okay, so let's ask, what did you see? Please tell me. Go away. Oh, that's a weird choice. He didn't sing to you, did he? But we could ask, do you know where he is? Or did he hurt you? That's a weird one, too. Interesting. So did he hurt you? Seems like maybe we're trying to empathize with her, but she does not seem like she's having any of that. Do you know where he is? Again, we're still not in her room, which I wish we were. So yeah, I'm really confused by he didn't sing to you, did he? Like, that one is really jumping out to me as a strange choice, which makes me want to choose it. I'm curious about, did he hurt you? Yeah, I kind of am too. So let's maybe try that one. Might be targeting jealousy. Yeah, that's a good point, Brindito. Okay. What? No, it was you. You hurt him. Go away. Leave me alone, you monster. She collapsed in a flood of tears, enough to spoil her bed sheets. Maybe she didn't see anything after all? Yeah, I mean, I feel like the only option here is to knock on her door again. Go away. Right. So we can say, meet me on the upper deck. See, but I feel like this is a fail case for this because we didn't, like, get to go into her room. And yeah, and I think previously we said do it for Malcolm. And she did meet us, if I recall. But I think I want to replay this scene again because I want to see if we can get into her room to talk to her. It's important, trust me. I hate you. And yeah, we can just keep knocking on her door. I'm gonna try replaying. Okay. So let's go to her door. Let's knock. Go away. Yeah, and so Clarissa let me in, did not get us in. You're gonna want to talk to me. She took that as a threat though, right? Like, yeah, I don't know. So there was the one choice where she was like, I know what you did to him. I know. Have you seen Malcolm? They all seem kind of like a threat. I know. But the one where she's, yeah, this one. We can't talk like this. Open the door. I'd rather stick a knife in my heart than talk to you. You killed him, Veronica. Yeah, I don't know how to get her to open the door. Okay, this definitely seems worse. Sorry, chat. Do we need to approach her earlier or something? That's what I'm wondering too, Jeffrey. Like maybe, because it says she was crying a bunch during breakfast. So, yeah. So maybe we need to see her for breakfast. Okay. Yeah, and we can just keep knocking on her door. If you convince her to meet you, but choose duck away options to sneak in her room. Yeah, that's an interesting. This is wonderful. Okay. Okay. Brendito, you mad genius, you. Let's try the door. Of course it's locked. Okay, so if we had the key, this would be the moment. That's so frustrating. All right. So should we go meet her then? Yeah, I guess maybe let's go meet her. Well, you wanted to talk to me. Out with it. I despise you. I love it. So, cheers. Thank you. What if we were in the hallway when Mr. Anders is doing his rounds? Ooh, can you say more, Jeffrey? What are you thinking? Like maybe he opens the door to her room? So instead of using that time to hook up with him, he lets us in? That could be an interesting thing. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, one approach we could do also is have like a big public thing with her on the deck right now. If we were at Close's door, he shows up, maybe that'll cause something to happen. Yeah, that's a really good approach. Let's definitely try that next time. I had to Google despise, and damn, that's my favorite word in German. What is it in German? So yeah, we can say, yeah, I can see you're upset. Yeah, like both of these feel very passive. You're a miserable little worm. You deserve to be devoured by little fish. I'm not going to stand here and listen to this. I don't want to listen to you. Wait, I see dolphins, which is exactly how we killed our husband, but we can't kill her. He wasn't worth it, you know. Um... We can't kill her, Brandito. It is not gonna let us, and it's very difficult to blame her for murder if we kill her. Brandito, no. You guys. Oh, is this really what you want? I will do this if this is really what you want. We can do a poll. Oh my god, Brandito. Ugh. We'll do it. Where? Down there? She leans over the side to see. Glance up toward the bridge. I think I can see Anders at the wheel. Alright, are we really doing this? We're really doing this, chat. We've been playing this for like an hour. Are we really about to do this? The mob has spoken. Alright. I grab her by the waist. I'm sorry, Jeffrey. Oh, we got an achievement for it, though. I push that silly girl overboard. The last sound she makes is mewling like a kitten. That'll teach you be happy together or wipe my hands. I think be happy together. COVID. All right. Yeah, I guess we gotta go below. Like, what are we even doing? 2 murders. Yeah. You know, I was saying I wanted to see what happened when we killed ourselves. I'm doomed, surely. I'm doomed. We could totally commit suicide now. This is fine. Yeah. No, it's fine. The upper deck has a low rail and a wide view. So maybe let's just go talk to Anders. Yeah. I don't even know. I feel like this is bananas right now. Okay. Gives me a cheerful smile and returns to duty. He, like, won't even let me in. Yeah. Okay. He's having none of it. How many people are on the boat? It seems like, I don't know, like 7. I mean, presumably there are supposed to be many, but there are 5 that we care about. I'm the captain now, yep. Yep. Okay, well. So that goes. Yeah, I don't even know what to do with this. We can go talk to Lady H, I guess. The bell option. Oh, they ring it when someone goes overboard. That's a good point, actually. We could go ring the bell. Yeah, do we want to do that and be like, oh, yeah? Among Us style. Okay. The one who accuses never did it. So I'd better have my story straight. Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. It isn't long before I'm in the restaurant with several of the others. Thank you all for coming. I apologize for gathering you all here. It is most unusual. But I believe something unusual has indeed occurred, Mrs. Villancy. Malcolm Villancy isn't with you. Yeah, so I think we lean in. He's missing since last night. I'm worried sick. It's true, I think. The bed in the Villancy's cabin, it has not been slept in. I saw it. Where is Miss Turpentine? I'm afraid I don't know. I can't find her either. Uh, ooh, okay. Is it just a way to jump to the end of the game? Yeah, I don't know. She already knew about Malcolm. You don't think she's vanished too? Uh, yeah, I mean, we can ask. This one feels more like accusing her. But this one's a little more subtle. Yeah, I know. I know. That would be the best. Which is why I'm like, yeah, maybe she already knew about Malcolm is the one that's best for that. She was in floods of tears after all. You know, if Malcolm went over last night, then I saw it happen more or less. He was enjoying himself with a woman, although I didn't see who. It might have been the delightful Miss Turpentine. Unless it was you, Veronica. Oof, okay, this is where the earring kind of gets us. I think we say it must have been Clarissa. Because if we say I didn't go near the upper deck, they have the earring. So yeah, I say must have been Clarissa. Taking a moonlit stroll with my husband. Think hard now. Was it Miss Turpentine you saw on deck last night? It could well have been Clarissa I saw. This is terribly ghoulish, but I heard Mr. Villenzy going overboard. I heard the splash. I didn't realize what it was then, but now, well... Okay. We actually might be pulling this off. I'm worried about the earring still, and I'm really worried we have it in our pocket, but that's fine. We can say she was madly in love with him, and I think that's getting us there. Why is she not ring the bell then? It's a good question, Brendito. That is possible, I suppose. 2 missing people. The evidence we had is all circumstantial, nothing to justify our firing squad, as my old fear master used to say. Maybe Clarissa was on deck with Malcolm. That doesn't prove they were having an affair. It does not follow that she killed him. It's my belief that Malcolm Villenzy committed suicide by drowning. The events are quite simple. Malcolm Villenzy took his own life last night. Perhaps Miss Turpentine found out. Perhaps she saw him do it. She was in love with him, or believed she was. Powerful, destructive passion gripped her, and she followed Malcolm to his death. Such a waste. Why do they know? I think they're next. This guy reads too many romance novels. I know! Oh my gosh! Alright. Well, that is a bummer. This way, please. You got out of it. I escaped with a nice commander on my arm. I didn't think you'd get out of it. Yeah, but we didn't get her. Extra murder. I wanted to nail her for it. All you had to do is say you saw Clarissa on deck. Now, come on, baby. There was no evidence for it. There was nothing to prove they were doing anything together. If I'm going to accuse a passenger, I'd need to stick, or she gets free and then gets me fired. Next time, plant a voodoo doll in her cabin or something, won't you? To your next role, my dear. 2 more victims for the blue-haired Ripper. That's me. So we do need evidence, and this is what I'm saying. We've got to get into her room. We've got to plant something. I think our earring is the best bet, is to plant the earring. I just don't know how to get that key. And why won't he just give us the key? Oh, that's so annoying. All right. So we got our freedom. We did not get our life insurance. Mrs. Villenzy was penniless in America, but has already been seen in the company of a new man. Okay. I'm telling you, Adventure Game 101 is replacing items. You'll get a new option. That hasn't worked with the dolphin, though. Because we took the dolphin in the last run, and we still didn't get the key. I do love the abridged intro. Maybe it's because we lounged on the chaise. I don't think it is, Mel. We were looking very seductive on our chaise. I want that pass key. I do too. Okay, I think we did some good things. Uh, maybe some combo of things like adventure games, but the swap is the better plan. Yeah. Okay, chat. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna call in the big guns. I need one of you to look up how we get the key. I don't want to do it because I don't want to see other spoilers. But I think we need to get into the key, and I think we need to get into the room and plant something. Swap is the better plan. I don't know, Kinetic. So, I mean, one thing we haven't tried is we've always spent a little bit of time in our room. We haven't just like booked it out of the room and tried to go get the keys straight away. And we also haven't booked it out of our room and gone straight to see her. So those are two things that we haven't tried yet that we could try. But it did seem like having him come in first thing, seeing that the bed wasn't slept in, saying he didn't come in last night. That was good. Okay. Interesting hint. You can head to the chapel and ask God for help at any time. So we have been to the chapel, and it's really cute. It gives us great suggestions. It seemed really helpful in the first playthrough for kind of telling us where to go next. I actually do wonder, though, because the game does seem to be doing a great job of keeping track of our meta progression. So, yeah, this is Andrus. What's his name? Yeah, Anders' key. Yeah. Okay. So let's grab the pills at least. So the porter already saw that the bed hasn't been slept in, so there's no reason to go rumple the sheets. Let's head straight to the bathroom. Let's grab the tablets. Grab them. And let's take off the earring. Okay. All right. And then let's go. Okay, now this is interesting. The bridge is empty. The key is probably not there, though, right? Like, but Anders is down having breakfast, and this is also where everybody else is. If we wanted to make a scene, this would probably be the time to do it. So, oh, and we actually could head up to the upper deck quickly and get our other earring, actually. But the earring could also help frame her if it's discovered. So part of me does not actually want to go grab the other earring. Early things I'm interested in, get the earring or go to breakfast. Yes. I think I want to leave the earring because I want to try to use it to frame Clarissa. So let's but it does tie us to the deck, and I wonder if we could have both earrings. You know how to get the key card. Awesome. How do we do it? Yeah, okay, let's try to get the earring. Let's do it. Oh, it says Carstars is up there already. Okay. So it's actually really nice that it told... Yes, I do actually want the spoiler. Thank you for asking. Okay. We could go, but it's, Anders will tell you it's his pass key. Select the following options to get it. Can I borrow it? Which pocket was that now? Maybe this one then. I'll take very good care of it. Okay, cool. Okay, so we do that. We steal it when he's Okay, so we do it as like a flirting thing with him while he's up on the thing. Okay, that's good to know. So let's head to the restaurant then, because I don't think we can get up to the deck before car starts. So, okay, let's go. Which thing seems kind of odd, intent-wise? Given how much that approach has been tried and not exactly right. Yeah. Still no sign of your husband? Has he gone to the smoking room? Yeah, I guess I can say I'll try there. Go for the concerned wife. Yeah, I'm not sure where he is. Has he gone for a walk? I've not seen him. The restaurant is about half full. So we can talk to Clarissa or Anders or sit alone. Like the intent should be granted even if not perfect. Like we tried to flirt the key. Yeah, and we absolutely did. That's a really good point, Kinetic. I do think because it's a looping game, I do sort of think they might have been trying to go for extending content a little bit, but that's kind of a frustrating way to do it. It does feel a little bit like a thing that we would have had to brute force, and I appreciate that most of the puzzles in this game so far have not been brute force puzzles. Only if you redirect the player for new openings. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. Yeah, let's try talking to her. Clarissa Turpentine is a 20-something from Connecticut or some such place with moon eyes. I missed the last thing it said. Traveling alone. I find her to be a wet cloth. Okay, so let's sit with her. It was such a crutch for time classic adventure games did. Yeah, may I join you? Oh my god, you're a ghoul, aren't you? Okay, so is this the moment? Do we want to make a big scene? We could. Better than what you are feels like we're about to just get into a big blowout. Yes. Okay, but Brendito, you're an agent of chaos. I would like someone else to weigh in. I'm kind of leaning toward making a big scene. What is this? You need to make a choice. Fair. But I am kind of leaning toward it. I can support a big scene here. Okay, Jeffrey, you're very measured. I feel like let's do it. Let's go. All right. I know what you did to him. I don't want her to keep her voice down. What are you talking about? Don't tell me you don't know. Okay, we can say no what, my dear, or have you seen my husband? I don't think we want to sit somewhere else. I think have you seen my husband? Have I? Just then, First Officer Anders strides over to the table, all smiles. Ladies, Miss Turpentine, are you quite well? No, I'm not. It's all her fault. She runs weeping from the room. We do know she's seen him. Everyone saw me arguing with her. Excellent. What's wrong with the young lady, I wonder? Oh, and we can be... This one feels a little jealous to me. She's so young. She's going to miss my husband, which feels very cold, but it's Anders. Or who cares? That middle option. I know, right? Yeah. All right, let's do it. And where is Mr. Villenzy this morning? I haven't seen him all night. It's such a great line to deliver. Yeah, it is. I see. If I see him, is there any message you'd like me to convey? This is another one that's so great depending on the information you have. He deserves nothing. Tell him I love him or he knows how I feel. Wish there was a combo. Giving her evil eyes. Let's say he knows how I feel. Yes, ma'am. Good day to you, Mrs. Villenzy. Okay, we can say good day, Commander. Or perhaps I'll see you at dinner. I think good day, Commander, because we do still have a lot of people in the room. You must come up and see me on the bridge later. Tremendous view from up there, you know. You can see all sorts of things. Good day. First officer replaces his hat on his head and strives manfully away. Gotta love that manful stride. What a great word. Okay. So let's go try to get the key. To reach the bridge, climb a metal ladder. It's a terrible idea, Master Commander. Okay, so the key is on the hook. It's not on his person. Yeah, I think this is not the time to do this. I think we actually want to do this later. What did you see? Yeah. It must be. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, there was like a thing to go through here. It's more than my job is worth to give that to a passenger. Okay. We're just like accosting him. Maybe this one then? I'm trying to steer a boat. Okay, let me scroll back up in chat and see what the correct answer was. I'll take very good care of it. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be really honest. I don't think I would have chosen this conversation path, like, at all. Yeah. Please stop tugging at it. It's attached. There are no hints for this being the way. No, not even close. And it seems actually like it's like actively discouraging it because there's so many people around. I can be very persuasive, so I can tell. Okay, yeah, and then we take it. He breathes out heavily. Okay. I enjoyed it too. Or aren't I? Or I don't give up. I think I enjoyed it too. I slipped the passkey into my pocket with satisfaction. Mrs. Lindsay. I usually do my rounds between 11 and 12. Yeah, bring your hat. Okay. I think I need to go. Great. Let's go. Maybe if he'd said something about if only you'd gotten to me sooner or something at the end is probably what they want to be doing. Yeah, I actually agree with that. Okay, so now let's get Clarissa out of her room. Okay. Oh, but one thing we did before that actually I thought was really good was planting the suggestion that our husband hasn't been in to Lady H. So let's maybe do that. Okay, I'm gonna hit the button to just replay what we did last time, because that was great. Yep. Yep. Okay, skipping. kind of wish this were like a little bit more of a fast forward, but I guess I understand with multiple playthroughs, it's kind of hard for them to disambiguate like which thing we've chosen. Okay. Right. Let's go. Continue. Okay. Let's head. It's not that much data to just store every single click. No, but it's not actually about that. It's more of a player issue because, you know, if I say, oh, do what I did before, but I've gone through multiple paths, then that's like a little bit more like, you know, presenting that to the player. Yeah, I think we might miss Anders in this playthrough, but just the last one. Yeah, I mean, I think I also would do just last one, but... Alright. Sorry, chat. I think we're gonna miss Anders this round. Yep, let's knock. Just go away and never come back. You broke his heart. You... Oh my. Okay, we can use the passkey, but I think we want to... Interesting that it replaced the option I probably would have chosen. So, yeah. I do agree visibility showing bridges is not a solved problem in a simple way. It's okay, we got 2 last time we did. Do you know where he is? He's dead. You must know that. Go away. Alright. She collapsed into floods of tears again. So I'm trying to lure her out of the room. I love this visual. So good. She's gone. Let's use the key. Okay. Right. So, do we rummage for things? Drop an earring? I definitely think we drop an earring. Then I also kind of want to rummage through her stuff. Let's try the nightstand. Oh, we could put the sleeping pills on the nightstand. We can also look at the book. Drug her. I don't think this is gonna drug her, but I do think it's gonna... Don't want to overdo it. Yeah, it's true. Let's look at the book. I don't know if the sleeping pills have my name on them. That would be a good thing to know. One of Malcolm's nasty little books. Yeah, let's leave it. I kind of want to look at everything. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, exactly. We don't want to implicate we've been there. So I think we want to leave the book, probably, because it's Malcolm's, so that ties them together. Let's look somewhere else. Let's look at the desk. Because she was ripping, and I think we know she has letters. Let's read one. Closest written awful poetry. She's rhymed Malcolm with falcon. He hardly flew, dear. He more sort of fell. Okay, do we want to take one? I think so. I think let's take one. Read more. I don't want to lose the option to take one, but we can always replay the scene if we have to. Okay, let's read another. Tear off his clothes and make him work for his tailor. The thing just says Clarissa's poetry is dire. That's amazing. Okay, let's definitely take one. Okay. Don't overstay your welcome. Yeah, that's a good point. And the inks run from a teardrop. Excellent. Okay, now let's leave. Locked. Yeah, let's leave. Okay. So we can head and talk to Clarissa. Or we can go do our thing with Anders. So what I worry about is getting the key back to him. Because what I don't want is for them to, like, search us if we do things, and then we have the key. So, yeah, we might be able to leave it also if we head back to the bridge. But it looks like Carstairs is back up there, and so we can't push her over right now, which we did last time. But I think that's okay. I don't think we need to kill her. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Do we go talk to Clarissa, or do we try to catch Anders? He might be gone already. You just fell asleep. I woke up because you laughed. I was like, hell no, who am I? Where am I? And who is laughing? Oh gosh. I think getting the key back to Anders is a good idea. Okay, let's try. Nope, I think we missed him. Okay. Yep. Okay. Yeah, that's a bit of a bummer. Okay. Well, let's try to... Yeah, he'll be up here. He waves me away. Oh no. Okay. Well, we've got to get rid of the key now. So... Yeah, let's... I know, it's so sad. You know what, though? He wasn't really helping us out very much, was he? Okay, but I think I have, like, a plan down for next time. No, I want to throw stuff out the window. Yeah, there we go. Porthole is open. Toss something. Malcolm's clothes. Oh, we can't throw the key. Oh no. Alright, let's go. Well, alright. Let's head to the restaurant. Yeah, let's talk to her. A drink? Sure. Alright, so, yeah, we can ask about Anders, say we stay in America, or wait for the drink. Yeah, let's maybe not, like, go in guns blazing on Anders. This time, I think maybe this time I will. England has too many memories in it now, and quite honestly, too many diseases. Here you are, ma'am, just so you like it. Thank you so much. Oh, we can drug her. That's interesting. But if we're trying to frame the other woman, she saw her on deck. So I actually don't think that's a great thing. I think I'll just, yeah, have a nice conversation. Okay. Let's wait for my drink. Okay. I see. Yeah, it looks like there's like a little mini game here where we can drug her, but yeah. Okay. That's good to know actually for future plays. Yeah. Are we married? Not anymore. I rather liked it when I was. My goodness me, no. I sometimes think it might have been fun if I had. All these young people are so busy, it's true. Okay, let's go. Okay. Yeah, so I think the move here is to just go ahead and try to end this run because I feel like there's 3 modes of playing this game. Figure out what's going on first playthrough, find what paths are available, and figure out which path works best. Yeah, that's a really good point, Jeffrey. Okay. Yeah, let's do it. He's missing since last night. I'm worried sick. He left you the only way he could. I saw him fall into the sea. Last night, he fell past my window as I looked out. Yeah, and let's just go in and blame her. Why didn't you tell anyone? I loved him. There, I said it. Of course, one doesn't like to gossip, but Malcolm Lindsay was on the upper deck last night, and he might have been up there with Miss Turpentine. Difficulty is that it's hard to find all paths, yeah. Yeah, it certainly wasn't me. We took a stroll, or it must have been Clarissa. I think it must have been Clarissa. Might be the way to go. Or it certainly wasn't me. So the earring only helps us now, actually. It must have been. Okay. Taking a moonlit stroll with my husband. I'm sorry, Miss Lindsay, but I found your earring there just this morning. Here, I still have it. It was my earring, yes. But, okay. Do we play the angle of... Do you think it'll let us say he gave them to her? Or do we just lean into, that's not mine? Yeah, this is super tricky. Oh, I think we go with not mine, unless they're identified. Yeah, let's try that. Don't be ridiculous. Diamond's getting noticed. Yeah. Oh, I hope it wasn't, I hope that wasn't, like, the choice. I really hope, ugh, we did all that work. Evidence we have is all circumstantial. I'm innocent. Yeah, okay. Clarissa killed him. Oh. Maybe it's the pills and not the earring to leave. So I think it is the earring to leave, but I wonder if maybe we kill her. Like, I actually kind of think maybe that's the move. So we do what we did, except we, instead of going to see her first, we go to Anders. And we have our nice time with Anders. I hope he doesn't take the key back, though, is the thing. Nobody's searched her cabin. It's true. Let's stay silent here. Anders, you're the worst. All right. So we did not get away with it this time, but thought you loved me, Anders. Okay. We're going to go very fast this time, but we're going to combine those two approaches. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I really do feel like, so that is a little bit frustrating where I'm like, oh, we might have gotten a different outcome if we literally chose one option differently. Okay. Okay. I do appreciate the hints are getting more and more direct. All right, let's do it. Come in. I don't know. Have you seen him? Yeah, exactly. The fast forward button really has not done anything though. Let's look around the cabin, go to the bathroom. Okay. Not fast enough. Okay, let's do the same thing we did before. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Actually, I'm really glad for the fast forward on this one because yeah, like finding all of those correct options again, I'm like, yeah, that's tough. Okay. So it's still really early. Hmm. Yeah, it's still really early. We actually could, I kind of wonder if in the future, if we might want to try not fixing our face or anything and just immediately heading up onto the deck while everybody's at breakfast and then doing all of that stuff when we get back. But either way, we can just hang out in the cabin. I do worry a little bit that he's going to, that he's going to take the key back. Okay. Do you like your hat? I mean, yes. I never see you without it. Commander is only as good as his hat. Really? But they see the hat. You use your hat the same way, I think. Interesting. Okay. Oh no! Oh no! Why has that never happened before? Why has that never happened before? Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow. I wonder if that happened because we were fast forwarding. That's so weird. Or because it was early? I don't know. Okay. Everyone flip the bed. Uh, you do this often? Never. Yeah, okay. This is so awkward. I feel like this run is like dead now, but we'll see. Okay, yeah, let's go. Yeah. Wait, but how did he get the key back? Did we put the key down on the desk? No, we still have it. That seems like that might be a bug. That was so awkward. Huh. Yeah. Okay. 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 Let's drop an earring. Let's, I think it was the desk that had the... Yeah, we'll take one. Yeah, let's go ahead and leave quickly. Go and talk to her. Why do we need the poetry? Because, Jeffrey, we're gonna kill her. And they said the last time we killed her, oh, we don't have any proof that they were together. And so now we have proof that they were together. Oh, we can show it to her, which is interesting. But no, I want to have that same conversation I had with her. It's horrible. Okay. Sure, it was him. I don't know what you're talking about. He loved me, but you left him no choice. Yeah, I don't think this is the same conversation that we had before. Is that your porthole down there? That might be a way to kill her? I don't know. Wait, I see dolphins. Okay, let's do it. Excellent. Okay. This time we'll wipe our hands for kinetic. And now let's go. Thanks, kinetic. I know, right? Okay, let's go. I think we got it this time, y'all. And if they say there are earrings, we're gonna say that he gave it to her. Strike the bell. Isn't long before I'm in the restaurant with the others. He's missing since last night. I'm worried sick. She already knew about Malcolm? Malcolm went over last night. I saw it happen. Here, I still have it. Okay, I think we have to say it was my earring, but... I think Malcolm gave them to Clarissa! Yes! They were a wedding present. Oh, and we have the poems. Let's do it. That's truly indeed terrible. I love how much they're just dogging on her poetry. Okay, so what is the truth? An affair began somewhere in the Atlantic, but as the coastline appeared, reality dawned. Malcolm and Clarissa met last night on the upper deck to discuss their future. Clarissa was not happy with what Malcolm proposed. We can only assume what he said that tipped her over the edge. Oh no. Gosh, that's really, like, intense. Shooting fish in a barrel to rag on poetry, it's true. And then in a fit of jealousy, Clarissa hurled him overboard. This morning, Clarissa was in floods of tears, and overcome with remorse, she joined him overboard soon after breakfast. My poor Mrs. Villancy. I always knew she was trouble, or I just hope they're happy together. I think we try to look a little bit sad about it. I always knew she was trouble. Thank you, Commander. Would you walk me to my cabin? I can't stand being on this boat another minute. A most curious affair indeed. I think we got away with it, you guys. I escaped with a nice commander on my arm. I like it straight up with a twist, something strong and smooth. Yeah, definitely the flirty one. I have just the thing. So nicely tied up. It's not the only thing I do well. One hint still counts for gold. Terribly versatile, my dear. Miss. I don't think it'll last somehow. I've earned a nice life insurance policy. All right. You'd better earn your keep then, young man. I like it, but I think I'm gonna go with I'm a very lucky girl. Glad you think so. Full steam ahead. Okay, so we got the insurance money. I wake to the sound of an envelope sliding under my door. Anders is still snoring. Veronica, I saw what you did. And that money you'll be getting? Look at the writing or toss it away or read on. I know. Do we read on or look at the writing? Let's read on, I guess. You're going to be sending some of that money my way. Give lovely Mr. Anders my very best. Toodles. Do you think it's the maid? Why not both look at the writing and read on? I agree. Okay, so we have no loose ends to do next. Yeah. It was the maid, I think. Socialite Veronica Villanzy was dramatically widowed at sea when husband Malcolm Villanzy was murdered by lover Clarissa Turpentine, who took her own life in remorse shortly afterwards. Mrs. Villanzy is reportedly now a very wealthy woman thanks to a generous life insurance policy, and has already been seen in the company of a new man, Commander Anders of the British Navy. Watch out, sir, there might be storms ahead. Okay. So I have to stop there, but that was a lot of fun. That was really a lot of fun. So I will be back on Sunday. We're gonna be playing Act 5 of Kentucky Route Zero because it was like it won in a Twitter poll by a landslide for us to play for Storytime Sunday. So on Sunday we'll go ahead and finish that. There are some very old and very embarrassing streams in my stream videos for the rest of Kentucky Route Zero. So if you have not seen or played the previous acts before Act 5, then definitely catch up with those. Kentucky Route Zero is an absolute masterpiece in storytelling. So there's a lot there. There's a lot to unpack. We'll be doing a lot of analysis. So yeah, this game is doing such really interesting things with I kind of keep gushing about it, and certainly last time I could not stop talking about like how much it leans into the ambiguity of language, and it does that so well. Where are the previous parts? So you can either look at them on the Twitch page under videos. There are collections, and there'll be a Kentucky Route Zero collection. There's also a link directly to that on the Cerebral Arcade website under streams. So if you go to cerebralarcade.com, click on streams, and there's actually an archive of all of the analysis streams I've done by game. So you can look those up there. And then they're also archived on YouTube, but with YouTube you don't get the chat replay, which is really helpful for the analysis streams. But so yeah, definitely go check out the previous parts. It's like absolute chef's kiss of just like literary references and allusions to theater, and it's just such a very smart, very highbrow game with also lots of references to classic adventure games and interactive fiction. So we'll be talking about all of that stuff, and it'll be a lot more in-depth and analysis-y of a stream. So for this game, just kind of some final thoughts for the stream in general, or for this particular instantiation of the game. So the first time around, there was a lot of what I would call exploratory actions. As Jeffrey was pointing out, a lot of our mode the first couple of times through the game is sort of just figuring out what kinds of things we could do. So yeah, I think in the last stream we talked a lot about how the choices are structured a little bit differently than choices often are in games, where they're often kind of leaning into dramatic tension through you know, not being sure what you know, like it's usually very clear what the immediate effects of a choice are going to be, but the knock-on effects are what cause the dramatic tension. Whereas in this game, the immediate effects in the early playthroughs were more what we were concerned about, and as we've become more experienced in the game, and we as a player have grown in our knowledge and have gone through progression in that way, the dramatic tension now has started to come more from how various choices are systemically affecting like interweaving plans. And it's really cool that the same kind of choice space has changed in that way with just different contexts as a player. So this game definitely has certain elements that make it feel very, you know, sort of roguelite in its progression structure, in as much as it's kind of this looping structure, where we know we're going to fail a bunch, and each time we kind of gain a little bit of meta progression. What's interesting about this game is that a lot of that meta progression is actually happening in the head of the player as we just kind of understand better what's going to happen, in different cases. So yeah, really, really interesting game. And they really have done such a good job of just leaning into the fact that their language is ambiguous, and I was first appreciating that as it is shown in choice structures to make the player unsure about what the impact of the choice is going to be. It's kind of causing that dramatic tension I was just talking about. But now I'm really impressed with it as I'm learning things as a player and gaining more knowledge. I'm really impressed with how the language is applicable in creating dramatic tension when I didn't know anything, and still is applicable, though with less tension, now that I know a little bit more. So it's really cool that it's kind of providing that progression structure for me as a player. So I feel like this probably has maybe one more stream left in it. It clearly wants us to frame her without getting caught. And I think we can probably do that if we just bolt out of the room first thing and grab our earring, make sure that, or just make sure that we don't kill her and basically do the same thing we just did. And we might, I don't know, I feel like there's going to be a world in which we have to drug the rich lady too. So that might be an interesting thing to explore. Cheers, I'm actually all out, but since I'm stopping, that's okay. Mel, thank you so much for the coffee. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate just how generous and amazing y'all have been this stream. It's so appreciated. I actually kind of have a lot of life stuff going on right now, so I really, really appreciate it. And yeah, with that, I will see y'all on Sunday for Kentucky Route Zero, which I'm so excited about. And yeah, let's see if anybody's on to raid. I did tell Bogus we would raid him if we were around, and he is still streaming and he's doing some EverQuest. So let's go ahead and head over there. And yeah, I hope all of you have a wonderful weekend. And oh no, Decaf Jedi's raiding right now. Decaf Jedi, we're actually just Wilco. Hello, wonderful. Hello, Decaf Jedi. Yeah, so what I'll do is I'll stick around. I literally right now was just gathering folks to go raid Bogus Meat Factory. So who also is a friend of your stream, I know. So why don't we all gather together, give a little minute for people to get past the pre-roll. Wilco, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Let's get a shout out for Decaf Jedi before we head over. Decaf, thank you so much for rating. You are fantastic. Yeah, Jess, thank you so much. I was trying to say Decaf Jedi and Jess at the same time. Thank you so much for the raid. You're amazing. And yeah, everybody, if you're not already following Decaf Jedi, even though I tell you just about every stream that you should, you absolutely should go follow Jess. He is fantastic and excellent human and excellent streamer and yeah, just great person. Okay, so with all of that, let's go raid Bogus. Okay, I'll see y'all on the other side.